All right, all right, all right. Let's let's get it, man. So Turkey Al-Sheikh has banned runners from boxing. I mean, this is when you allow casuals to get in the sport and start changing stuff. I mean, in America, they always putting the patch over the real problem. That's my stance on it. They always putting the patch instead of fixing the problem, instead of fixing the root cause of the problem. They always putting the patch on the problem. Always. Instead of saying, let's fix the problem, you know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, let's fix the problem and let's do it. And you know what the problem is with a lot of these guys? They can't cut the ring off. They talk about guys running. This has never been a topic of discussion before. It's the lack of teachers in the sport of boxing. No, you don't ban a style. And I seen, and I talked about it in my video. I think I posted today where you had guys saying, "Oh yeah, the judges shouldn't even score the round if the guy moves." Why are we always trying to redefine things in society? Why are we trying to change things not for the better? We change it to make it simpler. In NBA, they changed. I ain't gonna be long either. They changed the scoring rules. That's true. They changed the rules to make it easier for the athletes to score. Right? In the NBA, you know, they gave them private jets to accommodate them when it came to making travel easier. They used to travel on charter buses and travel on domestic flights. You know what I'm saying? They did all these things to make it easier on the athlete. And what happened when you give a motherfucker an inch? When you give them an inch, they take a mile. What happened? Oh, we want to play 65 games now. What LeBron was just complaining about? It's too much. It's too physical. We need a month off before the playoffs because it's too physical. Just to give an analogy. So when you start changing the rules to accommodate players to make it easy, it ain't gonna never be enough. It's never gonna be enough. I'm telling you. They always trying to cover up the root cause. We always trying to work in this society. We always trying to work around the root cause. Instead of fixing the issue is a lack of skill. You think Shakur Stevenson can run around the ring for 12 rounds against Julio Cesar Chavez Sr.? No. No. He couldn't. But everybody just want a quick fix. Come on, man. I don't want to hear this dog bark. Let's go. Come on down here and bark. He be on the ground. He be quiet. Come on down here. Come down here. He always barking at me. But, man, he followed us to the next room. Ooh, that big dog here. But, yeah. So we started kind of talking about this. I mean, this is just what happens when you allow casuals to control the sport. You got but nobody talks about the cause. You wasn't running for 12 round versus Hagler. At some point, Sugar Ray Leonard still had to engage with him. And a lot of people to this day still thought Marvin Hagler won. So my thing was, you didn't hear people saying, "Oh, you need to ban runners" when Sugar Ray Leonard did it. You didn't hear people say that versus Hagler. When De La Hoya danced for 12 rounds versus Trinidad, even though most people still feel like he won, you hear people talking about, "Oh, let's ban runners." De La Hoya after the fight said, "Oh, I thought I won the fight." But when it come to 20, 30 years later, whatever it was, 15, 25 years later, what did he say? "Oh, this is not good for the sport." Hey, ho, you was around that bitch running around. We ain't forget it. We ain't forget it. We ain't forget it. We ain't forget it. So that's my whole thing about the situation, bro. It's just to the point like we always want to patching stuff up. Like in school, most kids can't read, but they pass them on They grade the kids on the curve, so everybody can pass. That's my problem. America is not trying to fix the root problem. That's why I kind of like agree with. I don't really care for Trump, but I agree with a lot of things he's doing. Look at General Motors. I'm gonna do a shirt on that tomorrow. I didn't get to it today. General Motors, to avoid $5 billion in tariff tax, is moving 3 of their plants from Mexico back to the United States, creating more jobs, creating more opportunity. But here y'all go just saying, why are you taxing why are you taxing people and this, that, and the third? Nobody ever want to look at the root cause. The truth has become so ugly that nobody want to fix it. Nobody want to fix the errors. Let me say it again. The truth has become so ugly, nobody wants to fix the errors. I'm going to say it again. The truth has become so ugly in this society, nobody wants to really fix the errors, bro. Everybody want to act like the errors don't exist. They treat society like society treats women. We can't operate like that. We have to have the bitter cold truth. We have to attack with the bitter cold truth in society, bro. That's it. We have to go with the bitter cold truth. And most people is not ready for the bitter cold truth. The problem ain't the guys that's moving. The problem ain't the guys that's running. You know, the problem are the guys that don't have the skill set, to cut the ring off and close the distance. Take Canelo and William Skull, for example. Take that fight, for example. You know, Canelo has, people say, oh, Canelo improved. He improved since the Floyd fight. And I said, no, he didn't. The only improvement that he really made from Floyd to Lara, even from Lara to now, is that he just started throwing the left hook where Lara was sliding out to. So Lara was sliding to his left. He was just throwing the left hook to the body. And Lara just refused to go the opposite way. If it was the left, he refused to go to the right. If it was the right, he refused to go to the left. There wasn't no adjustment. When you see a guy like William Skull, why would you throw haymakers? Why would you throw sweeping haymakers? You have a moving target. Why would I wind up all my power with him on a moving target? You break them down. Jab to the head, jab to the chest, jab to the body. You touch the body, you break them down to the body. And once you start touching them with the jab, they have to avoid the jab. They have to move. You touch them to the body, you freeze the body. The body freeze the legs. The legs then, all you got to worry about is the head. But if you're taking 1 or 2 big shots, these motherfuckers, trying to cut the ring off, taking 1 or 2 big shots, and anybody can evade that for 12 rounds. But if you come behind the jab, you come with a game plan. You just touch. All them punches all accumulate up. The body blow here. He starts stopping and having to snatch his elbow back. His reflexes start dropping off. Not only he start dropping that elbow back, now you come with the hook. He can't defend the hook. So you have to break these guys down. Doing 1 or 2 big shots, no matter how big the ring is, it don't work that way, bro. But y'all just want to change the rules. Y'all want to just change the name of the sport then. Just create a new sport. Call it Rumble. I agree with that. Let's just change the rules. Let's just change the sport then. Because this is the sweet science. It's not barbaric. It's not Brawl City. It's not brawlers. It's none of that. It's hit and don't get hit. That's what it is. Now, if y'all want Rock'em Sock'em Robot, go create that league. It's even when you play basketball, football, it ain't all about scoring points. You got to stop somebody. And usually, historically, especially at the most organic eras of football and basketball, what's the true essence of it? Defense win championships. For every great offensive team that won one, like the Rams in the 2000s, it's like 3 or 4 fucking the Tampa Bay team that won it in 2000. It's 85 Bears. You know what I'm saying? You go on and on and on and on. You have to stop this dog, bro. Like, I really want to kick the shit out of you right now, cause I don't really be understanding what is his aim. What is your aim, brother? Like, look at this guy. What is he doing? He'd go from this side of the street, that side of the street. I really believe if I wasn't guiding him, he'd get hit by a car. I see why people get little dogs now. I see why people get little dogs. My little dogs, hey, they run for like 10 minutes, especially if it's hot 5. They piss shit, and they run right back in the motherfucking house. Stop. This nigga want to be difficult. But nonetheless. But yeah, y'all want to just patch over. Y'all want to just patch the problem up. That's my problem, dog. I'm a pure boxing fan. Why ain't nobody saying, okay, why didn't Jose Ramirez use a jab and touch the body and break him down? Why didn't he? Why nobody say that? Oh, Canelo should have used the jab, and he should have learned to place his punches. He used to learn to use the jab and step over and stop throwing all his punches at the same speed and the same power. No, it's like, oh, these guys need to stop running because, they're too good. They're too good. So, let's stop running. It's bad for the sport. It's bad. Okay, look here. If y'all want to do that, let's change the name of this. Let's change the name of the game. Let's change the name of the game, bro. I promise you, I would have no problem with it. Let's change the name of the game. I literally would have no issue with it. Because everybody in this society, they never want to fix the root cause. It's always putting them Oreo crumbs they put over the potholes. Nobody ever say, okay, let's just tear up the whole fucking street. Let's lay the right pavement down. Let's do it the right way. And let's fix the root problem. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody has said, you know what? Why don't some of these dudes know how to just cut the ring off? You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, this is what happens when you put a dictator like Turki Al-Sheikh in position who don't know shit about the sport, about boxing. How about you get boxing clinics? How about you go hire some qualified trainers? And like, look here, I ain't the biggest fan of what Devin or Shakur Stevenson did. But damn, it was 2 motherfuckers in the ring last time. It was 4 motherfuckers that was at least in the corner. One main trainer and the other main trainer. So when we gonna talk about, these dudes learning to cut the ring off? Oh, no. They don't need to learn to cut the ring off. Fighters just need to stand there and fight. All right. Pack the whole sport up, bro. Pack it up. I just had enough of this society, man. I just had enough of it. I legit had enough. Because everything is, let's water it down. Let's grade it on the scale, on the curve. Oh, let's change this and that because they not good enough to do this, that, and the third. Nobody ever say, let's fix it. So you telling me today these trainers can't stop nobody from moving? Hold on. Byron Powell said, credit Mexican Fighter League. They're the only ones crying, not skilled enough to compete. So every fighter they're intimidated by is born. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. The motherfuckers say all they do is push-ups and sit-ups and run. They don't lift no weights, I heard. They don't do no real strength and conditioning, the average Mexican fighter. None of that. And then, when a guy like Canelo get a guy that's gonna stick and move, that's gonna fight him in the pocket like Benavidez, he want to go fight a quote unquote who everybody believe Terrence Crawford is gonna run. Ain't that crazy? That shit crazy. You're right. It's mainly the Mexicans complaining, and they make all these accommodations for Mexican fighters, right? But ain't none of them. It's not. I don't think it's one Mexican fight that's in the top 10 most lucrative boxing matches in history. It ain't one. Hold on. Look. You cruising, my nigga. You cruising today. I ain't one of them white folks that got an Australian Shepherd or a Collie and they be running in circles and shit. No, you keep playing with me. Stop playing with me. I don't know what got in them today. I don't know. I will put a training collar right back on my dog. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Come on. I will put the training collar right back on you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna order me a shock collar. Shock the shit out your ass. I wouldn't do no shit like that. But I will put that fucking training collar back on your ass. I don't know what be wrong with this dude some days. Most people walk their dog for 5 minutes and that's it. This motherfucker walk for at least an hour a day. Most people walk their dogs for 5 minutes. That motherfucker piss shit, go back in the house for the rest of the day. I don't do shit like that. I walk you. See this Keisha right here? She probably walking this dog for 2 minutes. And Keisha going back inside. What be killing me? It be hot than a motherfucker. It be hot as hell. And these niggas be having whole tracksuits on. I swear to God. That's how you spot a young woman or a young person. It be hot than a motherfucker. And they be having whole tracksuits on. That's how I know this generation crackheads. That's some crackhead shit. It be hot as hell. These motherfuckers got a whole Nike Tech winter weather coat on and shit like that. I know everybody crack babies and shit. I know everybody crack babies. All these niggas got fucking anemia and shit. Niggas 90 degrees and you got anemia. Your mama was, your daddy was a crackhead. Your mom and daddy was a crackhead. Am I lying? Nigga was a crackhead. Both your parents hit that pipe. Be 90 degrees. These motherfuckers got a fucking remember the first down coats we used to wear when we was teenagers and kids and shit? Thick ass Canadian goose coats on, bubble coats on. We need to start talking about that epidemic of crack babies, dog food babies and shit. Niggas is dog food babies. Come on. Born in the 2000s, crack baby. I be looking like, dog, y'all straight up fiends, bruh. Come on, man. We gonna sniff the trash can. Oh, man. But yeah, Byron was saying, because the Mexicans can't, them be the main ones. Them motherfuckers be having 10, 12-week training camps and get into the ring and had no game plan. The coach being a miggity higgity hoogity hockity jiggity higgity moogity moo. He be saying all that fast ass Spanish shit. Think about the dude that coach Rolly, Coach Bullet. Man, you can't tell me that nigga a certified coach. You can't tell me somebody paying that motherfucker to coach. I be listening to some advice they be giving in the corner, bro. And I be like, damn, I can give this nigga a little bit better advice. That's what I be saying to myself. I can give him better advice. Oh yeah, just what Boost Daddy tell him versus Karen Chin. Oh, just knock him out. I'm like, yo, you paying this guy? You paying this guy? Just knock him out. Just knock him. Like, okay. Can I get a game plan? And then the favorite thing these coaches be saying, shout out to Cali, favorite thing these coaches be saying, yo, we don't watch no film. Yeah, I don't watch no film. We don't need to watch no film, We make adjustments as he go. Look, I can see the fighter saying that, which is stupid. That's like Ray Lewis and Peyton Manning saying they don't watch no film. I can see the fighter saying it, but I really can't. But I give him a pass. We got the coaches saying, "Oh, you want boxing? Hey, the meal, I ain't seen you guys fight." If I'm Earl, I'd have fired that hoe right then and there. Derek said, "Oh, yeah, we watch no film." Oh my God, this niggas just be doing the most. Oh, you watch no film? I hear a coach say that, nigga, your services are no longer needed. Bye-bye. Listen to what they say in the corner. Nothing of substance. You say these runners can't crack an egg. Devin Haney can't punch. Shakur Stevenson can't punch. None of that. Okay, if there's no fear of getting knocked out, what's stopping you? You telling me this man can outrun you for 12 rounds? That's a lot of conditioning. That's a lot. I be looking like. But like I said, this generation. That's why this generation's so messed up. Everything is a quick fix. Everybody, you got people, and I meant to talk about that and do a video on that. I'm gonna try to remember. You had them two high schoolers. One was in Tennessee, I forget where the other one was at, where they graduated from high school with honors, but they was illiterate. I gotta find them videos. They were illiterate. And the one girl said she used Chat GPT to pass all the way through high school. That's what they be talking about. We the most educated. Dog, I be talking to females and people that's educated. They ain't educated. They not educated. I be laughing when I hear people say that, oh, we the most educated. Man, bullshit. A lot of these women suck cock to the way top. The average college student, especially in today, with all this AI, they cheated their way through school. Everything is hot pocket era, microwave era, frozen pizza era. If we can't stop something, like they was trying to ban the tush push. Like, was it legal? Yes. We can't stop it. Okay, why not we get creative to find a way to stop it? Remember when the Wildcat was taking off and couldn't nobody stop the Wildcat? Eventually, they found a way to stop it, didn't they? They found a way to stop it. And runners have always been in the sport of boxing. I can't even call them runners. Sticker movers, boxers, stop it. Every time, I'm telling you, if it was a bunch of Mexicans, a bunch of Brad sticking and moving, a bunch of Becky sticking and moving, they wouldn't call it running. It's the sweet science. Anytime, this is one thing about black people, man. Every time we doing something, they got to flip the board over at some point and try to recreate the whole wheel. But then they recreate the whole wheel, they recreate the whole sport in this situation, and we still end up out banging them, out fighting them. It don't matter. We tropical people that can live in Alaska. We can live in 4 seasons. We can live in the heat. We can live in it don't matter. We adapt to our surroundings. And they can't like that. So y'all continue to change the rules. We still gonna whoop y'all ass. We still gonna whoop y'all ass. That's all this is about. If Brad, Julio, and Becky, and Hectorina was doing all this, sticking them, was boxing just like this, it would be no complaints. It would be no complaints. You had a guy like Wilder that stood in there and knocked motherfuckers out, they still complain. Had Wilder been Brad, Wilder been the best thing smoking. Come on. Let's just keep it a bean. They just can't they can continue to change the rules, we gonna adapt. We gonna adapt. But that's the true essence about this stuff. Byron wasn't lying. I didn't want to say it. I didn't really care to say it, but it was addressed. That's the true essence of it. How about y'all get y'all some footwork? Y'all come to Detroit and Chicago, learn how to jit, learn how to step, ballroom, whatever you want to call it. Then maybe y'all might have a chance. Then maybe y'all might have a chance. That's what I find funny. When it come to us, we always the ones that got to make the adjustment. We always got to make sure everybody else comfortable. And that's what I said, man. I ain't got nothing personal against Turkey. Don't know the man. But this is what happened when you let a fucking casual come in the sport. He just trying to buy the sport. He can have it at this point, bro, to be honest with you. He can have it. He can have the sport. I'm dead ass shit. I don't get two dams in the wood. He can have it. He can legit have the sport. He got it. Ain't shit left. And if Shakur Stevenson be moving and he outbox William Zepeda, man, I don't know what he gonna do. That nigga might as well go apply at Costco's. He might as well go apply at Costco's. He might as well apply at Costco's. Come on. When girls talk like niggas, that shit's so unattractive. She's like, come on, bro. I'm like, I feel bad for y'all. Hey, man, I feel bad for y'all sons out here, bro. Shit. Y'all might as well start putting money up for an AI wife for y'all sons. Because these bitches ain't shit. So if the bitches we fucking with ain't shit, imagine they offspring. Man. Oh, man. Man, imagine a bunch of Clarissa Shields and Angel Reese's walking around this bitch. Some of y'all niggas say, what's wrong with that? I don't think it's good for men to let a woman peg him. Some of y'all niggas in the comment section. What you do in the bedroom with a woman? I can't say that it's gay. He said, "Why was a glass jaw based on what? Based on what? How he got a glass jaw, and he got up like 10 times versus Tyson Fury? What are we talking about? How do you come to the conclusion he had a glass jaw? Come on, man. Like I said, they could just be saying nothing with no, just making blanket statements. Let me punch you in your jaw and see what happens. Who got the glass jaw? Come on, let me punch you in your jaw. That motherfucker took punches for 3 fights from a guy that outweighed him as much as 50, 60 pounds. Shit's crazy. Come on. Come on. He probably Ryan Garcia fan. Probably is. You know Ryan Garcia bat on both sides of the plate, for sure. He pitch on Mondays and he catch on Tuesdays. But yeah, they want these motherfuckers learn how to stop something. That's my thing. Learn how to stop it. And fighters have done it many times before. You know? You know what's so funny? It's so trendy. If you know, trendy things tend to catch on. So if it was so easy to do, everybody be trying to fight like that. It's not. You see Canelo try to do the Timu version of a nigga fighter. We seen Canelo trying to do the Philly shell. Man, you can mimic this. How you gonna make the dinner? You ain't got the recipe. You ain't got the ingredients. You ain't got the sauce. You don't. So that'd be my whole thing about it too. That'd be my whole exact thing about it. Anything we start doing well, let's take it away. Let's take it away. Y'all paying the trainer for a fucking, y'all paying the trainer, y'all paying a strength and conditioning coach. Why ain't we learning how to cut the ring off? And if Riyadh season don't want to work, don't want to work, it's time for with black fighters. That's basically what they saying. If you don't want to work with guys that stick and move, then guess what, man? Y'all should boycott taking the devil's money anyway. All money ain't good money. I sound like Tank. Everybody a whore for $1. Everybody willing to sell their soul for $1. You know? Fuck Turkey then. Because that's what he's saying. Fuck Turkey then. That's what I say. Fuck him. Let's get together. Let's make these fights on our own. On our own. It's time for black people to start doing shit on their own and putting shit together. If you got to get Magic Johnson, you got to get some other Byron Allen, some businessmen. Shit, do it on your own. Everything we make hot, they want to follow it. I say just make the fights on y'all own. That's what I don't understand. Come on, man. As a man, really, you shouldn't want no handouts anyway. And him handing out money, let me ask y'all this. With him handing out money, has the sport improved since Turkey got here? Let me say that, since we all so concerned about being viewer friendly, has the sport got better from a viewer standpoint of view, from from an overall state of the boxing? Has boxing got better since Turkey Al-Sheikh came dropping money back? No. It's still politics. It's still belts getting stripped. And I had to argue Usyk has been the most exciting fighter since he came into the sport of boxing. By some many opinion, Crawford pitched out a dub, pitched the dub versus Madrimov. And most people think, coming off a whole year layoff, he about to beat Canelo. Y'all out y'all motherfucking minds. I keep telling y'all that shit, bro. You can't mimic activity in the gym. He has no chance versus Canelo. No matter what you see, what they telling you, he has no chance. If it look like a money grab, it smell like a money grab, it is a money grab. And if that fight don't pop off and be good, you can put a motherfucking stake right down the heart of the sport of boxing. You can throw garlic on this vampire from boxing. You can put a stake right down his heart. It's over. It's over. I'm telling y'all, nobody takes a year off of something, no matter how long you've been good, and I'm gonna get a best version of myself after a year. Fuck no. And nigga, so you just hate, nigga. I'm telling the truth, nigga. I ain't got no reason to hate on that man. Sparring ain't fighting, bro. I'm telling y'all, he getting beat. Well, you see how Canelo looked in his last fight? And he fighting. He active. He active. William Skull, 6'2", big fella. And when that fight go the way, I'm telling y'all, it's a lot of niggas that's quiet on this too. That's the difference between me and the rest of these niggas, dog. To be honest, it's a lot of people who agree with my opinion, but they don't want to say it. They don't want to say it because they don't want to rub people the wrong way. I don't get too fuck. Hold on real quick. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I had a phone call. Come on, Rique Suave. Come on. Tell the people about your walk. I'm tired of this nigga. He rushed my walks. I want a white owner. That's 36-minute walk. Get out of here. Ain't nobody around this bitch walking their dog 36 minutes. Hector, Julio, Chad, Brad, Glocktavius. I'm a fucking grand champ around here. And I'm giving out treats. And I'm giving out treats. And this nigga had filet mignon, wet dog food today. Come on, who doing it like me, bro? Come on, man. How can you hate a nigga like me, bro? Oh, man, I ain't gonna lie. It's hot in the bitch out here. I got off late. He said, I seen fighters come back after a year. And versus who? Versus who come off a year and stop who? Name them. Name them. I'm not even going to throw the caveat in there that they moving up 2 weight classes only after having one fight at 1 weight class. Y'all niggas just be hoping too much. Y'all just being optimistic. That's a bitch trait. That nigga Crawford got 0 chance. He getting knocked out. Canelo don't knock him out, he shouldn't be Mexican no more. Mexicans should ban him from being Mexican. He should be full Irish. Sugar Ray Leonard was on the sideline for that. Sugar Ray Leonard. And did he move up 2 weight classes? Did he move up 2 weight classes? He already lost that fucking fight. And you got to remember, too, the fight before that, that's the reason he took the Marvin Hagler fight. Was the fight before that with John the Beast Mugabe. That's a great fight, too, by the way. That's a great fight, too. That nigga got no chance. He said Dan White want white boxers to be champion in his... That's cool. They want to sell white fighters, bro, because they're an anomaly. That's why Cooper Flag is such a big deal. The fights in Saudi is trash anyway, no suspense. Yeah, it's the crowd. It's the crowd. Like, you got to be respectful and all that shit, but boxing is cooked. If it's gonna have a reprieve, if it's gonna be reprived, it's gonna be with Keyshawn. It's not Keyshawn. It's gonna be with Crawford and Canelo. That's gonna determine whether boxing is here to stay or it's a Rizzy. That's what it's gonna be. But then I see Keyshawn Davis still ain't apologized. We going on Thursday. He still ain't issued an apology. You know, still ain't issued an apology. I bet he ain't called Nair Albright and apologized to him neither. Double tap the screen and thumbs up the video. He said being optimistic is a bitch trait. Yes, it is. It's a female trait. Think about when you going through something as a man. When you going through something as a man, what's the first case scenario you think? Worst case scenario. When a woman go through something, what's the case scenario she go through naturally? Just talking about off natural instinct. Optimist. She become optimist. You could be like the guy say you gonna die in 5 seconds. I just believe we gonna make. That's a fact. Women naturally think optimistic. The majority of men actually think prepare for the worst case scenario. That's what it is. Think about it. When you think about it. That's why so many niggas jump to conclusions about different shit. Which fight been Crawford, Canelo, or John Jones? I don't even know who Tom Asperlina is, but if John Jones fought Francis Ngannou, I'd rather see that. I don't know who Tom Asperlina or Aspirin is, so no disrespect. But I do like that dude who beat up on Sean O'Malley. Carry that little bitch around the ring like he was his comrade. Optimism is only feminine when it's delusional optimism. It's always delusional. Nigga, you talking about a delusional creature, my nigga. It's always delusional. That's where optimism come from. Most time it's delusion. Yeah, you hoping for the best. You hoping, like, damn, you hoping, but you already know your mind. As a man, you thinking worst case scenario. You like, okay, yeah, this the worst case I can think of. This is how I'm gonna attack that. So anything other than that is just you playing with house money. You playing with house money. That's how we think. I get what you're saying, but these bras are always negative. They evil. Most of them are. When you've been brought up in trauma and you've been, brought up, when you ain't really had the love of a father and a mother and all that, of course. Change your surroundings. You got a lot of these women out here who are positive. Who don't bring negativity. You just gotta change, you gotta level up a little bit. Francis Ngannou won a boxing match with Deontay Wilder. No, thank you. Said, why Tank worried about Floyd helping Devin? I saw that Tank post about Floyd. Oh, yeah, I don't know much about that. I seen Bill kind of. So, I mean, that's another broad. What's up to Ali? But we'll see what happens. But I don't think Crawford got a chance. He should have took a fight. That's my biggest thing. He should have took a fight. Tank and Devin, yeah, it will sell. Tank ain't got no confidence. Yeah, it will sell. Tank don't have confidence. And that's one thing you got to have as a fighter is self-belief. As a human being, you got to believe. If you don't believe, how anybody else gonna believe in you? You got to have self-belief. That's one of Crawford's strongest attributes, but I just don't see it. I see it schematically how it can happen. But when you add the physicality in there, it's gonna be tough. I see he was 186. And they gonna pack the weight on, put the muscle on, and they gonna come down about 164, maybe no lower than 163, right around 165. He got it, man. I just don't see it. No, I never heard of Soon Ting Wong. I looked at some of them guys. The Turkey want to fight on the undercard. I want to see it. The cruiserweight from Jersey. Is he from Jersey? The Indian guy, I want to see him. I like to see some young upper-timer accomplished amateurs. Sugar Ray Leonard beat Hagler after being sidelined for a few. He had an eye issue. And that's after Hagler had a tough fight and looked vulnerable versus John the Beast Mugabe. And arguably, most people thought he lost that fight. Did he move up 2 weight classes and fight Hagler? I believe it was 1. Come on. Nigga ain't, man, Crawford ain't no Sugar Ray Leonard, nigga. At all. Ain't even close. No, if he likes Sugar Ray Leonard, he like that. He beat Canelo. I'm okay. Me and Sugar Ray Leonard, bro. Sugar Ray Leonard is one of the top 10, some people top 5 greatest fighters of all time. Yeah, he kind of created ducking, and he was the first Golden Boy. Even the first Golden Boy was black. Sugar Ray Leonard was the first Golden Boy. Crawford ain't no I ain't say he wasn't no all time great, but he ain't no Sugar Ray Leonard. He ain't no Sugar Ray Leonard. What the fuck is we talking about, bro? You know, if he beat Canelo, you know, then you put him up there with the Haglers, the Leonards, the Robinsons, you know, people like that. Now I have no issue with it. The Roy Joneses and the, you know, Muhammad Ali's and the Larry Holmes and guys like that, the Jack Johnsons, and he in the Pantheon, but saying he better than Sugar Ray Leonard right now, fuck no. So you saying all this crap, now if he wins, then what? I just said what I just said. If he win, he can be up there with them. I've said that. I've said that. Y'all just emotional about this shit, nigga. It's no logic to it. He basically jumping up 3 weight classes to fight a motherfucker who started off 4-point lead. No rehydration clause. He gonna be off over a year. Nigga, if it look like a duck, quack like a duck, waddle like a duck, what the fuck is it? It's a duck. Y'all just giving the nigga the benefit of the doubt. I get it. Crawford a dog. He one of the best fighters. I get it. I'm looking at the facts. Shout out to Miami. I'm looking at the facts. Y'all giving him the benefit of the doubt, which I have no problem with. I'm doubting the benefit of him, of the situation, not him. I'm doubting the benefit of the situation. That's just my opinion. And believe it or not, most of these YouTube niggas, you put them on the lie detector test, they gonna be agreeing with me. Think about joining the army? Hey, good luck. I don't know much about it. Good luck. Sack your money up. Don't get married. Fuck them hoes. Wear rubber. That's just what I'm saying. But y'all, I mean, like I said before, I had my train of thought. I'm not going to gloat if he lose, and I'm not going to run if he win. I'm going to give Crawford full credit. I like Crawford. But a year off, you basically moving up 3 weight. He had 1 fight versus Madrimov, which he still looks strong and powerful in. You jumping up 2 more weight, basically 3 weight classes. No rehydration clauses. You fighting in Vegas. That's Canelo hometown. Like, I mean, shit, if he win the fight, I ain't got no problem with y'all calling the nigga to go. I have no problem with y'all saying he the greatest of all time. I'm not going to dispute that. That's your opinion. I really don't, you know. Back in the day, you had them dudes paying guys to take dives. You watch Godfather Harlem, that was going on with Muhammad Ali. He refused to take a dive. You know, Sonny Liston, you know, ties to him and, you know, all that type of shit. Look here, man. But nobody's disputing what I'm saying, though. Only person disputing and giving an example is Chase. What up, Easy? Salute. Shout out to Charlotte. He's the only one that said, okay, Hagler and Leonard did it. We got to act like Leonard wasn't like the golden goose. Leonard was the golden goose. Leonard was probably up 2 or 3 points before that fight started. Hagler was the black sheep of boxing that really got a lot of credit after he was gone. That's the fucked up thing about it. Hagler was phenomenal. Then that motherfucker moved to like the UK or something. If Crawford wins, you think Charlo next? Why would he fight Charlo? I wouldn't fight Charlo. I'd have retired. Come on, Jamal? No, I wouldn't fight no Jamal Charlo. I'll get that win. If he want to do a rematch and they want to pay me way more than I made for the first, I get that win, I'm out of here. He said Leonard didn't beat Hagler in the fight, and that's my point. He was the golden goose. You know, they was going to do Sugar Ray Leonard versus Oscar De La Hoya until Sugar Ray Leonard got packed up by Hector Camacho. People forget that. Floyd, he said he would have never lost to a lightweight like Sugar Ray Leonard lost to Roberto Duran. Bullshit. Roberto Duran with a donkey style fuck Floyd and sent him back with his asshole to his daddy hurting. Sugar Ray Leonard, man, look here, man. Roberto Duran wasn't no fucking lightweight neither. I believe he had a fight in between that. Roberto Duran wasn't no lightweight, bro. Do y'all know he was like walk around at 185, 190 pounds? Duran would have beat the fuck out of Floyd ass. Are you fucking kidding me? The same Floyd that Jay Prince had to talking to fighting Diego Corrales. Man, nigga would have fucked Floyd so many ways, dog. Man, it would have been like that scene from prison, what's that movie, Lockdown? What Stacy did when them Brads ran up in Stacy, man, would have broke Floyd asshole, man. Fuck out of here. Are we fucking kidding me, dude? Roberto Duran is arguably, in my opinion, one of the 5 greatest fighters of all time, even though that motherfucker quit. I can't think of too many fighters that's better than Roberto. He went the distance with Marvin Hagler at 160. He beat Iran Barkley. I believe Iran Barkley knocked out Thomas Hearns. That's crazy. What are we talking about? He said Iran would put on 50 pounds and up. Yeah, and he would strip that shit down. What are we fucking talking about, man? What are we talking about? We talking about this nigga Paulie beating Floyd. Floyd wouldn't even step into the same fucking arena with Roberto Duran. No, y'all just being honest. This the same motherfucker that was supposed to fight spar Vernon Forrest, and that motherfucker talking about I left my motherfucking he talking about I left my motherfucking gym bag. Yeah, alright, nigga. You left that bitch right on purpose. Hold on. I gotta sign in. I forgot. I know my browser was tripping this morning for real. I had updated it. So let's see. I'm trying to pull up this Roberto Duran shit. Hold on. Yeah, that motherfucker had look here, that's a lie. Roberto Duran, his last fight at lightweight that I see was versus Esteban de Jesus for the WC title. After that, he fought Adolf Verduit at 141 1/4. He fought Ezekiel Obando, who was 1-3-1 at 156 3/4. Monroe Brooks, he fought him at 143. This all between his last lightweight fight and Sugar Ray Leonard. He beat Jimmy Herrera. He was 46 pounds in that fight. 45.5 versus Carlos Palomino. He has 49.5 pounds versus Zifrino Gonzalez. He fought Joseph Nuzabuga at Caesars at 146 1/2. He fought Wellington Wheatley 7-2-1 before he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. He fought him at 147 1/2. So between, and that's why we continue that always do the fact check. His last lightweight fight, he had fights at junior welterweight, welterweight, super middle, junior middleweight. So he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He had 13 fights from his last after his last lightweight title fight until he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. And he had 13 fights. Hold on. And before his, oh my bad. Am I tripping? Give me 1 second. Even before his last lightweight fight, 2 fights before that, he was fought at 141 and 1/4. So, what I was about to make another point. So, from 1978, his last lightweight title fight, his last lightweight fight, versus Esteban de Jesus. From 78 to 80, from January 21st, 1978 to when he fought, that's his last lightweight fight, to June 20th, which we almost to the anniversary of this, so that's what? Hold on. It's about to be the 35th anniversary since he fought Sugar Ray. He beat Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, in 9 days, right? So between January 21st, did I say January 21st, 1978, all the way to June 20th, 1980, he had 13 fights going into that fight. He had 13 fights going in a 2-year span. Y'all think Floyd was beating him, bro? Y'all out y'all rabbit ass mind. Y'all out y'all rabbit ass mind. Sugar Ray Tommy's Duran would have beat Floyd. Floyd was too small. Them dudes moved super middleweight. And like heavyweight, I think Tommy went up to cruiserweight. Floyd is a killer. Floyd would have got knocked the fuck out. Everybody. What a pretty boy version of Floyd do again. Man, lose. Nigga lose. Get knocked out like Sugar Ray Leonard did his father. Tommy was the best in the weight class in my opinion. Sugar Ray Leonard did beat him. He barely beat him. Shit. That was a 12-round fight, man. Hey, man. He would have Sugar Ray Leonard would have lost that bitch. Floyd or Bud be stopping no damn Hector Camacho like Sugar Ray Leonard. Ray Leonard is also mentally weak. Man, Sugar Ray Leonard was 190 years old when he lost to motherfucking Hector Camacho. I know you ain't bringing up that bullshit. Sugar Ray Leonard was old as a motherfucker, boy. Y'all out y'all motherfucking mind. Y'all understand Sugar Ray Leonard debuted in 1977? Do you know when he fought Sugar Ray? Do you know when he fought Hector Camacho? 1997, my nigga. After a 6-month layoff from losing to Terry Norris. 6-year layoff. He took 6 years off. Came back, and he really was supposed to fight Hector Camacho, and he was supposed to turn around and pass the torch to Oscar De La Hoya. You out your rabbit ass mind. That motherfucker was 20 years in the game and had took 6 years off before that fight. Y'all niggas is crazy. Sugar Ray was a 72 when he fought Camacho. Yeah, like, nigga, are we serious? Floyd and Crawford are a dog, man. They get dogged. They get dog walked. No disrespect. Leonard is mentally weak, man. I'm gonna say, man, mentally weak, man. Shit. You know what's mentally weak is these motherfuckers scared to fight each other. Sugar Ray Leonard, yeah, he dodged Aaron Pryor, my favorite fire for sure. But these niggas dodging everybody. Sugar Ray Leonard is a dog. Might not be a Cane Corso. Put money up. I got Bud versus who? Can I put your bro? What you want to bet? What you want to bet? Put your bread up. It's like taking money from a crackhead that's nodded off dog food. Yeah, you giving me money. I'm gonna buy Miles something. I'm gonna buy this nigga. What? How much we betting so I know what to buy this nigga, man? I'm gonna buy this nigga a air conditioned bed, nigga. He catches hate on Leonard and I real fast for Floyd is a legend too, but give Leonard, man, yeah, no doubt. Floyd ain't had no career like Sugar Ray Leonard. They want Oscar De La Hoya to knock. Yep. Hector Camacho upset the apple cart. Ray Leonard's my favorite of all time. Leonard was nice, but he wasn't the best in his weight. What you mean he wasn't the best? Which weight class? What weight class are we talking about? Welterweight? I mean, he beat Tommy. He came back, beat Duran, beat Rafael Benitez. What are we talking about? He even beat Floyd Mayweather, daddy ass. Bud can't hold no fucking candle to no Sugar Ray Leonard, man. But Floyd is not the best boxer. But Floyd ain't even in my top 25, and I've said that routinely. I know 25 fighters better than Floyd. Floyd ain't beat nobody, bruh. Him and Pacquiao would have fought in their prime. Maybe I would have a different opinion. He ain't beating Tommy Hearns for sure. I don't see it. He ain't beating Roberto Duran. I think the best chance he would have is to beat Sugar Ray Leonard. I'll give you that. He possibly could beat Sugar Ray Leonard. He said way too disrespected legends were dead. Man, most niggas know. They don't really know, man. Can still beat Floyd. Yeah, Floyd had a torn rotator cuff, he said. But whatever. But let me get out of here, man. Did the game start? I really don't get two fucks in the wham. Did the game start? Hold on. If Indiana don't blow them out tonight, yeah, it's a dog fight right now. Indiana lost the series. Yeah, they struggling with OKC at the crib. They don't pop them niggas like they popped them, and it's a wrap. Crawford would hurt Hearns. I'm like, man, nigga ain't about to hurt no Tommy Hearns. Nigga, that nigga Floyd, who did Floyd stop at welterweight? Who did Floyd stop at welterweight? I'll wait. When we pull it up, who did Floyd Mayweather stop at welterweight? They say he gonna stop Thomas Hearns. Who did he stop at welterweight, bro? Who? Shaba Mitchell? Ricky Hatton, who just came up? Didn't stop a Marquez, which he blew off the catch weight. Didn't stop Shane Mosley. Snuck Victor Ortiz. Didn't stop Cotto. Didn't stop Guerrero. Didn't stop Madonna twice. Didn't stop Pacquiao. Didn't stop Andre Berto. What are we talking about? I ain't trying to hear that bullshit, nigga. Nigga ain't stopped nobody. At welterweight, Thomas Hearns is sending his wig to the upper room. Floyd ain't beating Aaron Pryor. Floyd ain't beating Roberto Duran. I'm not sure he would have beat lightweight Shane Mosley. My chips will be on him. I don't see him beating. He probably struggled with Chavez, to be honest, at 135, 140. Shit, Mildred Taylor would have gave that nigga a run for his money. Floyd would not beat no Thomas. Thomas Hearns will knock Floyd the fuck out. That's a 7-8 round fight. He was saying Floyd didn't even want to fight Paul Williams. Floyd didn't want to fight Paul Williams. So why the fuck would he willingly get in the ring with Thomas Hearns? Floyd ducked Paul Williams. He ain't getting in the ring with Thomas Hearns, bruh. Are we serious? He ain't getting in the ring with that, man. He didn't want to fight Paul Williams. Man, Thomas Hearns will, man, dude, he had that motherfucking Floyd on the Vegas Strip selling bussy. Yes, Mr. Hearns, I go out there get your money, sir. Master Hearns, I go get your money. 903 boxer salute. Nigga, man, nigga had Floyd on the blade, nigga, selling bussy, nigga. Are we stupid? That nigga, man, nigga had that nigga on a dog caught on the blade, walking that nigga pissing on fire hydrants, nigga, man, bull, man, please. Floyd dunk Winky right. A lot of niggas dunk Winky right. Hearns with it, man, shit. Y'all how Martin was painted on the wall? Man, nigga, man, shit. Nigga Tommy had that nigga Floyd feeding his dogs like he was a big boy from ATL. Don't wait for my dog food, you cost him money already, man, shit. That's the worst matchup for that nigga. That's the worst matchup. Don't put that motherfucker in there with Tommy. Truth be told, Sergio Martinez would have knocked Floyd the fuck out too at 154. But y'all don't want that to have that conversation. Sergio Martinez would have sent Floyd a fucking wig to the upper room. I really don't rate Floyd at 54. He really wasn't 50. I don't really rate him at welterweight. He ain't one of the 10 best welterweight. I say that all the time. His best weight was probably 130. 135, he in the upper echelon. 140, I mean, yeah, I guess at 140 he could be up in there. But I can see, Pryor, taking this motherfucking lunch money. You know what I'm saying? Man, who else was at 140? I'm about to say somebody else. It was somebody else at 140. I see Mildred Taylor giving him a run for his money. I see him Chavez giving a run for his money. There's a couple guys, can give him a run for money I could think of at 140. But I think his best weight, I think he might be the best super featherweight of all time. He up there in lightweight, Duran, Pernell, you know what I'm saying, Chavez, Mosley. He in that conversation. I just said Pernell. He in that conversation. Floyd said he would knock out Thomas Hearns. Man, no, he would not, bro. Like, he can say whatever. He didn't fight Paul Williams. He didn't fight Paul Williams. So how are we going to get him in the ring with Thomas Hearns? You ain't fight Paul Williams. Come on, he couldn't even knock out Victor Ortiz on the up and up. He couldn't even knock out Zab Judah on the up and up. Well, he couldn't knock out Zab Judah in general. What are we talking about? Salvador Sanchez, bro, beat Floyd. Don't stop talking to me about that. Yes, Hearn would have been a bad style for Floyd, bro. Why you gonna, dog? Like, come on, what are we talking about, bro? Like, he didn't fight Paul Williams. That's all I'm gonna say. He didn't fight Paul. Why would you go fight Tommy? Carcino can say whatever you want to say. We can debate that. We can debate that. I can see y'all can say, oh, I can see him beating Sugar Ray Leonard. Okay, I can see that. Thomas Hearns, no. How you gonna get past that 1-2? How? Trinidad, I think he could take away Trinidad left hook. I think Floyd had too much rhythm for Trinidad. I think he could pick Trinidad apart. I think he can beat Trinidad. I think I would favor him versus Trinidad. But Thomas Hearns, no way, no how. No way, no how. He going to sleep. He didn't even want to fight Diego Corrales. Jay Prince watch the interview with Jay Prince and Andre Ward. He was ducking Corrales. Crawford knockout. I could see Crawford knocking out Trinidad. But boy, if Crawford get clipped with that left hook, Trinidad gonna send that chin up where them fucking retired jerseys is in the rafter. That ain't no easy fight. Floyd sidestepped Amir Khan from Madonna. Khan was sparking, and he ain't never want to fight Khan. Mayweather didn't want to fight nobody that had athleticism. That's why I say Thomas Hearns. Pow, pow. Nigga, Motor City Cobra. Pow, pow. Thomas Hearns would have decapitated Floyd, my nigga. That's how you know Sugar Ray Leonard is a fucking animal, bro. Like, he bit down and walked down Thomas Hearns, and he was getting outboxed. He bit down and really strapped his nuts on to knock out Thomas Hearns. I challenge y'all, go watch boxing, bro. Go back and watch them dudes fight, bro. I've seen them all. They important. Go watch Duran, Leonard one. I like Leonard after I seen the first Duran fight. Seriously, I like Leonard after I seen the first Duran fight. He lost that fight, but he proved that he was a man. He proved that he was a beast. You know, go watch Mugabe Hagler, Hearns Leonard. I mean, all of them was like, dog, you watch that shit and you look at this shit today, you ain't gonna watch this shit today, bro. The skill level was just so different, bro. The 15-round fights and the savagery. He said, well, Hearns, yeah, they fought later on. I think he got robbed the second time, though. Didn't he get robbed the second time versus But Sugar Ray Leonard, nigga, man, dude. They had a draw the last time they fought in 89. Leonard beat him in 81. Oh, he stopped Leonard in 81. Was that when they first fought? Yeah, that's when they first fought. It was the Ring 1981 Ring fight of the year. You know, 81, he stopped him in 14 out of 15 rounds. Nigga, the Hearns they fought outside. That nigga got tied. If it was a 12-round fight, bro, man. So they went one in a draw. That shit was crazy. And Mugabe Hagler was fired. Yeah. He said, didn't Leonard come? Oh, Turkey Al-Sheikh said he ain't fucking with no more runners. That's the band. Didn't Sugar Ray Leonard come back from retirement and the tough? Yeah, he fought Hagler. Then he came out of retirement. He came out of retirement the first time. He fought Bobby Fitch. No. He fought he had a torn retina. He fought Kevin Howard. He didn't look that good. He won. Then about 3 years later, just under 3 years later, he fought Hagler. And then he retired, you know, After he lost to Terry Norris in '91, and then he came out of retirement in '97 to fight Hector Camacho. And if he had beat Camacho, which he didn't, he lost in 5. He was supposed to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Yeah, Aaron Pryor stopped Thomas Hearns in amateurs, didn't he? Yeah, the best fighters come from the Midwest. Roger Mayweather used to always say it. Hagler just had a chin to sustain Hearns. Yeah, he did. Nigga, Hearns split that nigga muffin cap open, though. Hearns split that nigga head, though. They said Hearns was at the crack tables the night before that fight, shooting craps. That nigga said, I ain't worried about nothing. He ended his career off at, technically, cruiserweight. Yep. He fought for the cruiserweight title in 2000. This nigga was fighting the last fight was 2006. Jesus Christ. Who was letting Brother Tommy fight that long? Who just asked? You said something. Hold on. Oh, the Hagler fight. Hold on. Hagler stopped him at 3. That should have been the ring fight of the year. I don't know what was the ring fight of the year if that wasn't. Yeah, 1985. That should have been the ring fight of the year. That's crazy, dog. That wasn't, man. Let me see what's the ring 1985 fight of the year was. I don't know how that wasn't. I don't know how that wasn't the ring fight of night. Oh yeah, they just don't have it specified on BoxRec like they did for the Hearns and Leonard. Yup, it said a ring named the fight between Hagler and Hearns, 1985's fight. Man, that shit might have been the fight of the decade. That's what Crawford and Canelo need to have. William Joppy and Errol Spence? I don't know. It's a good one. I had to think about that one. He said Big Bad, I said Leonard, Hearns, Durant, Hagler, Duck, yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, a lot of niggas avoided Mike McCullum. That's a fact. Rest in peace to that brother. Hell yeah, Mike McCullum didn't get shots until he was old. Yeah, niggas weren't trying to see the body snatcher. That nigga ain't lying about that. But it came, somebody debunked that Hagler ducked the body snatcher, so that wasn't true. They wasn't even the same weight class. I think Hagler had already retired by the time he got to 160. I forget what but Hagler didn't duck him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'd have ducked that motherfucker too. Rest in peace. I'd have ducked that motherfucker too. I heard it was high risk, low reward. Of course it was, man, because he was Jamaican, wasn't a lot of money put into the Jamaicans, and you know what I'm saying? That same thing they did with Aaron Pryor, high risk, low reward. You don't get that gold medal, that was an excuse for them to duck you. Hell yeah, Mike McCullum was that you out your motherfucking mind. They didn't give a man a chance until he became older. Yeah, I watched Mike McCullum fight too. I think he fought Mugabe too, if my memory serves me correctly. I used to watch all these old fights, bro. I want to say he fought McCallum too. I could be wrong on that. I remember I seen him fight James Toney. James Toney said that's still the toughest fight he ever had. A draw. Most people thought he won that fight. And that motherfucker was in 1991. He fought. He was an old man. He was 10 years in the game when he fought James Toney. Tony said that's his toughest fight, I believe I heard James Toney say. He beat Steve Collins out the UK. Steve Collins was 16-0 though. Is Steve Collins in the Hall of Fame? He beat Julian Jackson. I want to say I seen that one. Maybe he didn't fight Mugabe. I don't know why I feel like he fought Mugabe, but he didn't. I just feel like he fought Mugabe, but maybe I'm wrong. But he stopped Julian Jackson. That's probably why that nigga ain't getting no fights. Shit. Stopped Donald Curry. Harold Graham. Beat split decision him in the UK. Beat Steve Collins. How the fuck he get Steve Collins to come to the United States? Steve Collins was a super middleweight champion. I think Steve Collins might be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, he was an Irish fighter. He might be in the Hall of Fame. He only lost 3 fights. He lost the majority decision to Reggie Johnson. Shout out to him. and Shubu Calablay in Virginia. And obviously lost to Mike. I would say Steve Collins a Hall of Famer, bro. I could be wrong about that. I think Steve Collins was in the Hall of Fame. Let me see. I could be wrong about that. I want to say he a Hall of Famer. Maybe I'm wrong. He moved to Boston. That's what it was. Maybe he wasn't a Hall of Famer. Yeah, maybe I'm tripping. I thought he was a Hall of Famer. He was inducted to the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame. Yeah, he was really, yep, he was like, yep. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, he's in the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame. Yep. Yeah, solid fighter though, Steve Collins. He fought James Toney when he was old. Yeah, he started getting shots when he was old, bro. I think it was 98 when he fought Roy Jones, went the distance. So yeah, man. Yeah, Mike McCullum was old. Now Julian Jackson was undefeated when they fought at 54. Yep. And peeled this motherfucking cap back. Peeled this motherfucking I watched that one. Matter of fact, I watched that fight. I seen that fight. Yep. Peeled this motherfucking cap back. Yep, I watched that fight. I'm thinking about Mugabe. That's the fight I watched. Yep. I thought Roy should have just retired after he won the title. Yeah, rest in peace to Mike McCall. Let me get out of here. I've been on here an hour and 16 minutes. I could have did this from the desk. Peace, y'all.